The first time we saw it, it wasn't walking, it was gliding. I was part of a small forestry crew sent to clear storm damage along a high Appalachian trail. 4 of us, early winter, gray sky pressed low. No snow yet, just frost that made the ground look powdered. We were halfway through marking fallen trees when the figure crossed the trail ahead of us. Tall, wrapped in a padded coat, moving without sound, without sway, no crunch, no breath, just forward motion, smooth as something pulled on a wire. I raised my hand, expecting tracks. There were none. Not behind it, not where it passed. The ground stayed clean. That was the moment the question lodged in my head. How does something move through frost without touching it? We froze. The figure stopped. It turned slowly and lifted a long staff, tapping the ground once, twice, like counting. The gesture felt deliberate, instructional. When it moved again, the frost changed. Marks appeared behind it, step-shaped impressions blooming after the fact, perfect copies of human footprints. Too perfect, like the ground was remembering steps instead of receiving them. That was when Ray swore under his breath. Ray had worked these ridges 30 years. He dropped his saw and said the words without raising his voice. "Don't follow." The figure paused again, just long enough to look like it was listening. Then it lifted the staff and pointed downhill toward a narrow cut between trees, a trail that wasn't on any map. The footprints behind it deepened, clearer now, inviting, a clean path where none existed. Every instinct said to look, every instinct said not to move. The figure slid out of sight, soundless, leaving those copied steps behind. The forest felt wrong afterward, stretched thin. Even the wind hesitated. We stood there until our hands went numb. No one spoke. Ray finally bent, erased the prints with his boot, and shook his head. "Pack up," he said. "Now." We didn't argue, but as we worked, the marks came back, not from the direction the figure went, but from behind us, new prints forming where we had just stood, matching our boot treads exactly, one by one, as if something invisible were rehearsing us. That night at camp, Ray finally talked. He said old crews called it the glider. Not a ghost, not an animal, something the mountains use when paths get confused. It shows you a way and lets the ground do the lying. He told us about men who followed. They thought the prints meant safety. A trail that looked walked meant it had been survived. Those men were never found, just their marks, circling until the frost took them. At dawn, we found the staff marks near camp. 2 taps, counting again. The figure stood on the ridge above us, silhouetted against the pale sky, coat puffed and faceless, staff lifted in a final gesture, not beckoning, not threatening, pointing. Ray packed faster. When we left, I glanced back once. The silhouette didn't move, but behind it, the frost had begun shaping our steps, leading straight towards where we had just standing. We never returned to that trail. Forestry marked the area unstable. Ray retired the next spring. Sometimes I still dream of Frost forming footsteps ahead of me, perfectly spaced, waiting to be followed.